This has been a long time coming, guys. Wide Xmaxx right here. Plastic arms, flexible, they can absorb the hits. This is what I've been waiting for. What's going on this Xmaxx right here? When I get all this stuff done, we're gonna size compare it to that and the Creighton. Oh yeah, guys, let's get this thing installed. Look at all of this awesomeness. Plastic arms, flexible arms, that's what I've been waiting for. Oh boy, let's get into this. Extended extreme duty suspension arms. Yeah. Now, can these be broken? Of course they can. Anything can be broken, but that's awesome right there. Look, they're labeled. Nice. Widens the Xmaxx by 2.36 inches or 60 millimeters. Yep. And includes extended drive shafts and linkages. Of course, it's got to, right? Increased cornering stability. Well, yeah, that's kind of what comes with things being wider. Includes the new springs, 1.346 rate. Awesome. Awesome. This kit looks, man. All right, guys, let's get my Xmaxx on the table, get it to our port. We got to get this put in. Here we go, guys. This is the Xmaxx that's going in right here. Castle 1100 kV 2028 motor. I'm not sure of the gearing, but I think it's like 4354, something like that. XLX2 ESC, Vitavon Bellcrank, 2028 Servo. Got the heavy duty spring and all that comes with that. Vitavon knuckles, Vitavon hubs, Proline Badlands tires. A lot of guys complain that these are too heavy. We like these tires. They're about the only ones that hold up for us. Now, this does have the heavy duty arm kit on it. And as you can see, that's actually taking some abuse right there. So yeah, I'm gonna test this system out really good. All right, so we're gonna get this thing started, taking off all 4 tires, and I guess we'll go ahead and start up front since that's the most complicated. The back should be the easiest. Oh boy, let's get this thing started. To get this started, I'm gonna take the bumper off just for easy access and video purposes. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts down there. The whole front bumper assembly comes off, and at that point I have easy access to the arms and obviously easy access out here. There we are, simple and easy. Also, if you happen to be having any differential issues, now is a great time to get to it. So we're going to get these out right here. We'll do this side over here. I'm already missing the bolt here. Like I said, I have not been easy to this thing. You can see that arm right there, but they've taken it. They've taken the abuse. So anyway, got to get all this stuff loose. We're going to take that out, take this out. This one, which is a bolt through that I did as a modification, and then try to get that out. As you take all this stuff apart, make sure you're careful to put the right pins back in the right spots. If you put the wrong pin in here and it goes all the way flush, you're gonna have a little bit of an issue getting this stuff out. So, yeah, we're gonna make sure we put all the pins back correctly. Just so you know, Traxxas gave us an access hole to get to this right through the bulkheads. So that was nice of them. The knuckle off, you're gonna wanna take note of just how that is set up on there. You're gonna have to make sure that goes back in the same way. And we gotta take the bottom arm off, which I've gotta work on that right there. And the shock has to come off too because we gotta put new springs on those. With the bolts out right here and here, you can push it from the back side and take the pins out like that. As in, like, there's an access hole on the back side here and on here. I just simply use this to push it right out, just like that. Much to my surprise, using that, I was able to push this pin out right here. Now I want you guys to see something there too. I've got the Vitavon out drives on this. They're larger, they're not going to break, they don't need any sleeves or anything like that. That is what you want to get for your Xmaxx, I'm telling you right now. I want you guys to see something. Look at the break on that. It's about to break that one off, that's why that screw's gone. So we've got that. And then look at my top bar. Look at how bent that is. Yeah, we aren't very easy with our vehicles. Let's look at these arms right here. Notice the shocks, they're in the same stock position on both arms. So that's why we got the stronger springs. So definitely looks like there's a lot of beef out here on the arm. We will test this for sure. The top arm, obviously, nice, looks beefy. There's no hole in it, so that's pretty darn nice in my opinion. Same design up here, and that's kind of where I was having my issue at. I guess we're going to see how this works out. Transfer the pin screw from the existing arm to the new arm right there. The new suspension arm goes right into place. That long pin comes right out and goes right back into place. I'll have to come up with the screw to put right there to hold that in place. Putting the top arm back in place, I use the top hole right here. So not sure it'll make that much of a difference, but that's the hole that I use. At this point, we get to change out the springs. Got to take that little bolt loose right there. And then that whole spring retainer comes off, and then you can just simply slide the new one on. At this point, if you want to thicken the shock oil up, because you're going to have more leverages against the shock, stock shock oil is probably going to bounce and bottom out really too hard, way too easily. I don't have to mess with these. I did a video a while back, and these are loaded with 80 weight oil. So I should be okay as far as that goes. So I'm just simply going to put the new spring on. You can see the assembly right there. It goes right in place. And there we go. Now keep in mind, if you're going to be changing the shock oil, which I recommend doing, especially when you're adding leverage against your shocks, you might want to buy a bunch of it. These shocks, they take up quite a bit of oil. Now the shocks go back into place using the stock pins. Make sure you put the bolts on there to lock everything into place, and you're all set. Now we're at the axle assembly. You're going to have to take this apart. Pull that little spring clip out, remove the hex, and then pull the axle assembly right out of the hub. I'm going to video this part. Make sure you don't lose that right there. This right here pops off. It's got splines on it. And then you just simply pull this out. It's going to be a little bit tight here. There we go. Now this is the part right here that you've got to work on. Make sure I'm in the screen here. Push the pin out. Be careful, because you're going to need to reuse this kit right here. And now that it is all nice and rusty, I am going to oil it back up once I put everything back into place. Also check, you may want to clean this out, which I will. And at this point, we are ready to put this into the new axle. Now it's going to be okay. I will oil it. Make sure all this goes in together. Just like that. The axle goes right here, or the stub axle. And then the pin goes right down into the groove. If I can get that to go. Just like that. And it should move freely. I'm going to go ahead and give that a little bit of oil. Sometimes you got to be careful about your oiling. Sometimes if you grease it, the grease can actually catch and hold dirt, sand, and debris. So, yep, give it a little bit of light oil, and then we'll put it right in. And there we are, ready to go. And there's the assembly right there. Yep, you may have to put a little bit of pull on that to make sure you get it all the way out, especially with the triple bearing setup. Now we're going to mess with the steering link. The old steering link came out like this. The new one goes in like that. Simple and easy. Now it's time to bolt all this right into place using the pins or bolts. Now I did use a bolt for this, so I've got to run a drill bit all the way through this hole right here. Yes, these brand new arms are going to get a drill bit all the way through so I can put the bolt back into place. Would you look at that? Look at that. Oh man. Okay. The other side of the front is the exact same thing, only it's on the other side. However, I want to see something. We're going to go ahead and get to this one right here, because I kind of want to throw the body on and just kind of get a perspective, you know, one side versus the other. This is going to be awesome. Now the rear is very similar to the front in the fact that it uses the pins. Obviously I've got the bolts down here, but you got to take that right there loose. Then you got the screw down here to take loose, and then the pin comes right out the exact same way. And then we got to do the shock. The shock is the exact same thing as the front, so I'm going to go ahead and get this apart. While working on the rear, I went ahead and took this apart right here up at the top, and then this right here just simply pulls up and out, just for easy access. Sometimes it's easier to take one step more and get the job done better. The rear arms are loose, and again, if you have some diff problems, now's a really good time to get into that. And if you're unfamiliar with how to get into that, you've got 4 bolts. 1, 2. There's one way down underneath there. 3, 4, and 5. And then this whole cover comes right off, and you can get to your axles, your differential, ring of pinion, and the pinion also comes right out through here. Very nice design in my opinion. Holy moly! Look at that! Wow! Oh man! Woo! Oh God, this is going to be awesome. I gotta get a new body now. This looks so horrible. Oh man, the Xmaxx we used to know versus the Xmaxx we get to know. This is gonna be awesome. So there we go. That is awesome. Now the other side is the same thing, so I'm just simply gonna get that done. Look at this. This is awesome. Time for some comparisons. Okay, that's the Xmaxx we know. This is a new one. It doesn't look super wide, but let's put these things nose to nose. There we go. We can see it now. Almost about half a tire width. That's pretty good. Oh, look at that, guys. Wow. Check that out. Do you guys remember when Arrma released the big Creighton 8S here? Oh, Xmaxx killer, Xmaxx killer. Well, it just wasn't. It's a race truggy versus a monster truck. Do we have in our midst here a Creighton killer? We're gonna have to find out. I got to say, I'll probably, just looking at them, I'll probably give the overall handling and stability to the Creighton. Xmaxx, I just don't know yet. We'll find out soon enough though. All right, they are comparable on width, guys. Maybe a 1/4 of an inch difference. Creighton got a little bit more. Golly, look at those. I gotta put some rear arms on this thing. Those are all bent up, which is a major weak link with the Creighton. Will that carry over here? Will this be a weak link now? Well, guess we're gonna find out. Well guys, hopefully I was able to show you guys enough to install this on your own. I know some of us are way more experienced in this stuff, and there are a lot of new guys to the hobby that may be a little bit intimidated by tearing everything apart like this. So hopefully I was able to show you guys enough to get you guys on track if you put this kit on your Xmaxx. Width-wise, as compared, yeah, it's within a 1/4 inch of the Creighton. I gotta get some new Creighton rear arms. Those are just bent and flexed so much. Like I said, that is a weak link on the Creighton, a known weak link. But anyway, regardless of all that, I gotta get this thing outside. Yeah, we gotta go have some fun. So guys, in that description, I'll link up everything I can on this Xmaxx down below. So make sure you check that out. AMain, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. You're not gonna find the Xmaxx on Horizon, but they are an affiliate. So guys, check that description, use those links, make sure you're subscribed. Can't wait to run this thing. Wow, and thank you all for watching. Guys, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So, in the description, there's a link to become a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's a very simple $2, $5, $10, or if you really got some money, $25 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel. So, get that, and I am doing monthly giveaways for members only, so you might want to consider it. So guys, use those links, make sure you subscribe. Thank you all for watching.